royalty, in my opinion.
Thank you.
And we are so excited to have you here in Manchester. So first question from me, then we're going to go to the audience. I see a lot of aerial types in the crowd that have many questions. It's just a sea of redheads at this point. Question from me, how are you enjoying the Comic-Con and your time in Manchester?
It's been great. It's been lovely. Everybody's so sweet, super, super sweet. It's nice to do my first con outside of the U.S., so it's a big, big change.
Yes.
But I think it's the first of a few that are coming up this year, so I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Yes.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
And how has the cosplay scene been for you? Because I have never seen so many aerials in my life. We have one that is right over here. That's literally probably the best cosplay aerial I've ever seen in my life. Give her a round of applause.
Yeah, she's wearing her fin.
She's got her fin. Yes, and the time and effort that goes into it. But how's the cosplay been for you today?
Very fun. I love it. I love when I see costumes and different pieces, different T-shirts I've never seen before, different lounge fly things I've never seen before. So anytime somebody has something, I usually take a picture of it because it's it's unique. So I've seen many new things that are firsts for me, which has been fun. Yeah. So it's really cool.
Well, the fans are so excited to talk to you. And if you have a question for Miss Jodi Benson, just raise your hand. We have Level Up Leroy over here. Our DJ host with the most is going to get those questions in just a moment. So make sure you have a question. Thank you. But just a quick question for me. As I mentioned, I'm from Orlando, so I grew up on the Disney films.
Right.
This is like a big moment to meet you. I will say I'm fangirling a little bit. But what does it mean to be a part of the Disney family and be a part of a legacy like Disney?
It's been an incredible 35 years. It really has. And, it is my family and my friends that I get to work with, and to get to be part of such an incredible company, and all the different aspects that I get to do with the company are tons of fun. So it's, the voiceover is amazing, but I love doing concerts. I love doing candlelight in Orlando during the holiday season is one of my favorite things to do. So yeah, it's been an unbelievably amazing journey of a huge surprise that I never thought was going to happen from a voiceover job all those years ago. So everything has just been icing on top of the cake, because when I did the film, pretty much I was just going to disappear, and they weren't really going to say who was which voice, and they were just going to run the credits at the end. So it was a huge surprise when they kind of connected the dots and had me start going on press tour. And I'm like, why do you want to do that? Because, we're going to just kind of keep the voices hidden. So it all changed with our film. And I think, that's the whole second golden age of animation. So it's been incredible.
You've touched so many lives with the different characters, but especially Ariel, of course, myself included. But going to the Disney theme parks and seeing people dressed up and of course interacting with Disney fans in person. I'm sure you've been to Disneyland, Disney World. Tell us about your experiences in the theme parks.
Yeah, those are tons of fun. I've been to the parks a lot this year for work. I was just there last week, actually, on the Disney Wish for 2 back-to-back cruises for work. And I'm a big kid at heart, so when I go to the park, I don't go incognito. I mean, I wear Ariel T-shirt and wear my ears. I have 2 pairs of Ariel ears, but it's the only place I get to dress up, and I can't walk around town or anywhere at the airport or anything wearing an Ariel shirt. It just feels really out of place. But when I'm at Disney, it feels like it's completely acceptable for me to wear. And some people make fun of me, and that's okay. I'm all right with that. So I have about 20 different Ariel shirts, and the only places I get to wear them are at our 2 parks, or Tokyo, and I wear it in Paris and France. And I love to wear my ears, and there's no other place that I can, pull that off. So because of that, it's a nonstop making connections with the fans throughout the park, which is great, because it literally takes 10 seconds to say hello and take a selfie. It really does. So, and people are so sweet. Like, I'm so sorry we're bothering you, and with your family. And my kids are so trained now after all these years that they know, Mom, somebody on your left, Mom, somebody on your right, they need something. And, that's what I'm there for. I represent the company, and so when I'm out in public, it's my responsibility, but I also really, really enjoy it too. And I enjoy getting to meet, the people that love our character, love my character, love our film. So it's really special.
Spreading joy. That's what Disney's about. Yeah, and if there's any place in the world you can be yourself and have fun, it's definitely Disney. Quickly before we get to the fans, so the new Little Mermaid, we've heard some things on social media. I am, of course, diligently looking for news about the new film. We're about to see a resurgence of the Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
So as many fans as there are here, young and old, all around the world,
Right.
it's now going to be spanning not only the globe, but different generations because they're going to be seeing the new Little Mermaid. So what can you tell us about your thoughts on what we're going to see soon?
Well, we should have a special trailer preview at D23 in September if the VFX finishes what they need to finish, because globally VFX is way behind schedule just with the pandemic and other films and projects that they're so far behind in. But last word I heard is they hope to do the sneak peek of the trailer at D23 at the first weekend of September. And then the film will come out in May of 2023 if all goes well with the timing. And so the things that I've heard about it, you know, through my friends that are part of the film, it's going to be really magical. It's going to be really special. And I'm excited because, like you say, we get to share our film, but in a different genre. You know, we have had a Broadway musical. We've had a live to television on ABC special. We have had the television series. We have had our three films of the original, the second, and Ariel's Beginning. And so now to have the live action, it's just another really amazing way to get to spread the care and the concern and the love of our beautiful story. So, yeah, we're excited.
So excited for the new Little Mermaid, aren't we, guys? Can't wait. And again, it's so cool that new generations are going to be a part of that as well. All right, so I know you guys are waiting to ask questions to this Disney legend here, Jodi Benson. Level Up Leroy's got the microphone, so just raise your hand if you have a question. That's his full name. I like to call him his full name.
Hi, Jodi.
Hey, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you so much for coming to Manchester.
Oh, thank you. It's fun to be here.
I'm someone that really wants to be an animator when I'm older and work with films similar to what you voiced in. So my question to you is, did you interact with any animators whilst you were in production of Little Mermaid?
Yes, I actually did. My head animator is Glenn Keane, and my secondary animator of various scenes within it is Mark, and I'm just completely spacing on his last name, who happens to be a really good friend, but I think I may have a teeny bit of jet lag, sorry. So I just have the most amazing people that worked on my character, and we became very, very good friends. Glenn and his wife Linda and their kids. I needed a place to live in Los Angeles in between projects, and they took me in, and I lived with them for 3 months, babysat their kids and their dogs, and so we've been friends ever since. And so you spend a lot of time with your animators. Back then, everything was videotaped every time we were in the studio, and they just really try to capture the essence of who we are and bring it to the screen. So yeah, so we're very good friends. So I wish you all the best with the career. That's going to be awesome. That's awesome.
Let's give her a round of applause. Good luck to you. Very cool. Great question. Got more questions here.
A couple
Thank
here.
you.
And then we're going to go over here. Look at Jodi. Look at this.
Yes.
She made that.
Yes.
She made that skirt. Isn't that
I
pretty?
actually have made you a pair of ears. You're getting them tomorrow.
Oh, I get ears tomorrow?
Yes.
Oh, I'm excited.
My question is about your book. I have obviously got it pre-ordered. Can you give us any insight into it?
Yeah, my silly little book. Okay, so I never wanted, you'll read that at the very first, so I never wanted to write a book in a million years. No, that's not me. But the publishers came to me 2 or 3 times over and over again saying, could you just share some stories? Just, you know, because I'm like, I don't want to do a book. I don't want to do an autobiography or a memoir. I mean, that's just not me. Very much like to be behind the scenes, don't really like to talk about myself, which is kind of weird to be in this business, but I like to play characters, but I don't necessarily want to talk about myself. But they just asked me to kind of go behind the scenes and share about 25 little tiny stories in my life where I can kind of focus on other people and a way to say thank you and how they made a huge impact in my career. So yeah, so that's kind of what it is. It comes out September 13th, which is really scary to think about. But I feel like for a Disney fan that it will kind of be fun to get a glimpse of who Howard was and what it was like to create our film, and how none of us had any idea in a million years what the film would turn out to be, that I'd be here all these years later talking to you about it. It was just going to be one and done and disappear. So it was a good opportunity to find places like with Glenn and with Howard to say thank you. So it's really kind of a big love letter to Disney in a way, where I just kind of thank a bunch of people that have made such a huge impact in my life.
And where?
Oh, you're going to win. Yeah, we have a contest. So if you pre-order the book, and this is the publishers, you win a free trip to Disney with me.
Oh.
So, and it's true. It's going to happen. So like whoever the winner is, there's just one. We'll go to Walt Disney World together. We'll meet down there, and we'll do the Little Mermaid attraction ride together. We'll have lunch together and spend the afternoon together at Magic Kingdom. So it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that.
That is amazing. And where can we pre-order the book? Let's let all fans know.
Yeah, I think it's, I should know this. I think it's Part of My World book. Okay, so it's Part of My World. Get that? Part of My World book.com. So I think that's how it goes. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But again, I'm not good at self-promotion. That's not my thing. But yeah, so they're doing this fun little competition for the pre-order between now and September 13th. And they had me sign some copies for the book, like, I don't know, how many signatures, and it sold out like in 2 hours. So, I mean, we were like, what is going on? This is crazy. Oh, you got one of them? Oh my gosh, that was fast. I literally put it on social media, and then 2 hours later, they're like, take it off, they're all gone. And then messages started coming, where's the book? And I'm like, I'm so sorry, we really did not plan well for this at all. I'm glad you got one.
Yes, good problem to have, yes. And of course, you can follow Jodi on social media for updates about the book as well. We've got more questions in the audience from a plethora of Ariels in different outfits. I love that.
Hi, Jodi.
Hey.
So great to finally meet you after so many years waiting for an opportunity. I had a question. It's what daily habit would you say contributes the most to your success?
What daily habit?
Yeah.
Prayer.
Yeah.
For me. Yeah, for me, it has to, my day starts and ends with praying. Praying for grace and being able to love and serve other people well that day, to kind of get away from my selfishness, because I think sometimes I kind of get reclusive a little bit, and I know that's weird to think that I stand in front of 20,000 people in a concert that I'm reclusive, but I kind of like behind the scenes a little bit more. I'm a little bit more of a cheerleader kind of person, like pushing the people around me, like my kids or my husband. So I have to start and end my day to get outside of myself and kind of look at the bigger picture of like coming to this, like how can I encourage somebody today, or can I say something kind to somebody? Can I give them a compliment, as opposed to thinking about myself, like worrying about, oh, my dress is wrinkled, or oh, my hair is falling, and oh, I look really crappy today. To take pictures or whatever it might be. Try to get outside of thinking about myself. So prayer helps me do that at the beginning of the day. And then in the end of the day, I try to just go through a list of what I'm thankful and grateful for and all the great stuff that happened during the day. So that's just me.
That's lovely. Round of applause for that. Perspective and gratitude, yes.
I'm going to head over here.
Yeah, speaking of gratitude, we're very thankful for Level Up Leroy
should be.
for going to get the questions for
Someone
us.
have a question here? Oh,
There's one here.
He did an out. I forgot your name.
Adam.
Adam. I love how he says that. Adam did a costume change. So we took one photo with one costume. He went and changed, and then we took another photo with costume number 2. I was very impressed.
It's like The Sims. Yeah, I was just wondering, because Ursula's my favourite villain, and Ariel, as you can probably tell, is my favourite princess. I was just wondering if you and Pat Carroll had any kind of studio banter, and like kind of what your relationship was like in the studio.
Tons of fun. Well, first of all, Pat's an incredible woman. She's so kind and so gracious, but she's really intimidating, obviously, when she starts doing Ursula. But that's not who she is as a real person. So it was a little bit scary working with her at first. But then we had a ton of fun, especially when I'm doing like Vanessa and I had to imitate her and copy her and, copy and reproduce her cackle and her laugh and everything. And I don't know if you might not know this, but on the Disney Wish, we have a new, this really cool game, interactive game on the ship that you travel throughout your entire cruise and you go on this amazing uncharted adventure. And at the end, you end up with a character that I play, which is Vanessa. So Vanessa makes a comeback on the ship. And so it was fun to get to work with Pat on that again and hear that cackle and imitate her again. So she's brilliant.
Gosh, it's such an iconic voice. They were actually watching it here in the cinema earlier, and I thought, I forgot how scary she was.
She's very scary.
Me at 36 is just as scared as I was as a child.
That's right.
I don't know what happened there.
She's very scary.
Yes, but an iconic voice for sure, as is yours. More questions in the audience. Oh, there we go. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hi, Jodi.
Hi.
I would like to ask what your favorite ride or attraction is in Walt Disney World.
Well, it has always been at Walt Disney World in Florida. It's always been Everest Expedition, which is my favorite roller coaster. But we just opened up Cosmic Rewind, Guardians of the Galaxy in Epcot, and I was there for the preview and rode it 8 times, and it is unbelievable. So now I think I have a tie because I love them both, but for different reasons. They're different kinds of roller coasters. But Cosmic Rewind it's a roller coaster, but it doesn't feel like one because it feels like you're flying. You don't ever feel like you're on a track. So, and it goes forwards, backwards, sideways, and twists, no upside down, but you truly feel like you're, oh my gosh, you're flying in orbit. It's unbelievable. So I think I have to say it's a tie.
That is probably the most popular ride they've ever had. I keep reading about how great it is. Have you had a chance to visit the Star Wars world in Orlando yet?
Oh, yes. I love Rise of the Resistance. It's an amazing experience. It's not an attraction. It's like you become part of it. And I love the way that Disney creates experiences where it's not less like I'm going on a ride. And same with Guardians. The second you enter the building, you become part of the movie, and it's really amazing.
Nobody does it like Disney, says this Orlando gal here. Another question here from this beautiful redhead.
Hi, Jodi. Are you surprised at how popular The Little Mermaid is to this day after all them years?
Yeah, I think I am. I mean, I think it kind of overwhelms me, and I'm super surprised when I travel around to see the response of the character and of the film. And I never take it for granted. It's definitely kind of mind-blowing to think after all of these 30 plus years. But I think it's just a timeless tale, and I think it's because of Howard. I think it's because of Howard and Alan and their music and the characters and our animation team, and that it still lives on. And I'm very, very grateful.
I think Captain Jack has a question.
Oh, Captain Jack is here.
Hello, Jodi. Loving your work. My question is, obviously you're passing on the mantle of The Little Mermaid now, and you're doing it very gracefully and elegantly. Is there a chance that you're going to have a cameo or a small role? You have to do this.
No,
Come on.
I know. You're so sweet, Jack. You're so sweet. Thanks for thinking of that. No, actually, but I have already started to do the publicity and all the media stuff that will come, with the film. I still have my job. So it's kind of interesting. We talk about passing the fork, but because it's alive in so many different forms. As far as that goes, it's wonderful to get to share it, with so many different people. And but yes, no, I will be helping to publicize it, though. Definitely helping that.
Jack's going back to the bar now. Oh, he's going to drink all the rum. Where did Leroy go? There he is, all the way in the back
We're
on the
at the
left.
back.
Hello, Jodi.
Hi.
G- Completely off topic to The Little Mermaid. You've worked with a lot of people over the years. What was it like to work with Robin Williams?
It's interesting. For Weibo, for my character in Flubber, that was an afterthought. So the film was already finished with a computer-generated voice. And then right before the movie came out, they decided to have Weibo have a human voice. So I did not audition for it. I just got the call saying, can you come in? And I flew to Chicago, and the film was already finished, and it was already timed out. There wasn't anything I could do to change that. So basically what I had to do is go in and replace the computer voice with my voice, but with the timing, but make it human. So it was really, really fun. It was a lot of hard work to get all that into the little bit of time that she has. But I enjoyed the challenge, and I enjoyed getting to do something I had never done before, as far as joining a film after it was finished. But then Robin and I got to meet at the opening night at the premiere and the red carpet, and that was really lovely to meet he and his family. So it's a memory I definitely will treasure forever.
Okay, for the younger generation that might have missed Flubber, your homework is to go home and watch it. It is phenomenal. Flubber, hashtag Flubber, trending now.
Amazing
Question right
film.
here? Yes, it is.
I promised this mermaid over here.
Oh, yes.
And then I'll come back to you.
Quite a gentleman. Thank you, Leroy. Oh, and Eric is here as well.
Hi, Jodi. I
Hello.
love you. All right, so you've inspired millions of people to become mermaids. Ironically, since Ariel wanted to be human, but have you got the chance to swim in a tail or dress as a mermaid at some point?
I have never had a tail to swim in, but I do have a single photo of me as a joke in the Ariel costume from Walt Disney World. So I was doing the premiere, I think it was the '97 re-release of our movie in New York, and our party was a beach party. And the costume stylist brought some outfits, and inside the bag, she had brought the shells and the tail from the grotto of the Ariel at Walt Disney World as a joke. I'm like, I am not wearing that. She goes, well, you're gonna try it on. So it was just she and myself in this hotel in New York as we were getting costumes ready for the event. And she's like, just put it on, just put it on. So I put it on, and she snapped a photo, and it's locked in a box at my house, and no one's ever seen it.
Oh, darn. I was going to do the joke and go, we have the photo right here, but then we wouldn't have it. But yeah, darn it. She's saying, no way. Got a question over here on, we're going to go here
Promise
in the
to
front
shout.
row.
He's been singing to all the Disney songs.
Yay!
Hi, Jodi. My question is, what was it like working with Alan Menken and Howard Ashman to create Part of Your World? Because it's become such an iconic song.
Exactly. Well, you know, Alan would tell you this. Obviously, Alan wrote the music, but the song and the interpretation and the character all came from Howard. Howard recorded Part of Your World on a cassette tape and came up with every single nuance and breath and the way that a word is pronounced and spoken and whispered and sung. It was all Howard. So it was completely done when I joined into the studio. So I just imitated him. That's basically what I did. So he handed it to me on a silver platter, and I just ran with it and did exactly what he told me to. And he stood next to me for the whole time in the studio. So wonderful, wonderful memories.
That's got to be one of the top karaoke songs of all time. Who's saying that on karaoke? Come on, yeah, it's a good one. There is an after party tonight, so you never know what we'll get up to, Leroy. You never
I can
know.
put that in.
Leroy's gonna sing it tonight. Yeah.
I didn't say I'd sing it.
Yeah, sure. We do have a bar up there. Another question.
You said you had someone around here.
Oh, there's one, a couple here on the right.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
This gentleman here.
Hi, oh, that's loud, sorry. You obviously had a career in Broadway. What advice would you give to someone who's trying to have a career in musical theatre?
I think the great thing about theater is that you can start performing anywhere, anytime, any place. there are many opportunities, whether it's in school or at church or in your community. So my encouragement for people is to do as much of it as you possibly can. You know, the more experience, the better off. And then you kind of find out what you want to do, what you don't want to do. You kind of find out the things you're interested in, the roles that are right for you. And I think the more experience, the better. That's really the key. Before moving to New York or doing anything like that, my encouragement is to build the experience with the resume and grabbing every opportunity you can right near you. You know, it's not like you have to pick up and move to New York and go for it that way. There's a lot of wonderful theater all over the world, you know. So I would just say grab as many opportunities as one can.
Thank you so much. We love the advice because we have a lot of aspiring actors and musical theater students and things like that. Quick question from me. Do you have any inspirations when it comes to Broadway, musical theater, people that you looked up to before you started?
Yeah, I think for me, my biggest influence was Barbra Streisand, just because of her storytelling and the way that she could tell a story through music and through lyric was just so perfect. I admire her as a woman. I think she's very gifted and talented in so many areas, more even, you know, not just in singing, as a director and a producer and a writer. But I also think that she seems to have an incredibly kind heart and works really, really hard. I don't think things were just kind of handed to her, and I really admire that hard work. So I think she's always been somebody I've really looked up to.
Yeah.
And I've never met her, so if you have any contacts,
Ooh.
think of me. I'd love to meet her.
I'm sure we can work something out. Leroy is here on the right.
Hi, Jodi. Welcome to Manchester.
Thank you.
I just wanted to say that I do I have my own radio show, and I play a lot of Disney songs because I feel that Disney's not often played on radio, and it's just such an honor to just play your songs. Absolutely amazing, sensational voice, stunning, and absolutely amazing. And I don't think Disney would be what it is today without songs like yours. So,
Very sweet.
Fantastic.
That's Howard. That's definitely, that's very sweet. Thank you.
My friend here also does want to ask you, do you have gadgets of gizmos aplenty?
I do. I've got thingamabobs. Yeah, I got 20. Yeah, that's good.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's a very kind thing to say. And also, I do want to point the credit towards Howard and Alan because they really, you know, they are the ones that changed Disney for us. And most importantly, it was Howard. He really did. He changed everything.
Got a question over here on the left.
Hi, Jodi.
Hi.
Do you have a favorite moment when you were voicing Ariel?
Any favorite moments?
Oh, favorite
moment.
moments, yeah. Definitely recording Part of Your World with Howard is a favorite moment. I also read with him on all the Triton scenes. I did the first day with Ken Mars, and then when Ken left, Howard stepped in as my dad, and he was incredible. He made me cry. Oh my gosh, he was so scary. So yeah, I think anytime I had a chance to work with Howard was a true highlight for me.
Good question. Thank you. Oh, we got a question here in the front. Hi.
Hi. I'm sure everyone in here would agree, and I'm sure they really want to hear it. Please, 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 can we have a little song from Ariel?
A little song. Uh-oh.
Please. Well, yeah, I would be happy to. Is that a good time to do that now? Or
Of course.
Are there any other questions? Anybody else?
We could always
have
close out with
a
that.
burning
yes.
question. You have a burning
We'll
question?
do a couple more questions and then that'll be our finale. Perfect. Good idea.
Hey, Jodi. Hi. I just want to say thank you so much for creating one of the best Disney characters and also one of the best Disney princesses, in my opinion. So my question is, apart from the characters in The Little Mermaid, do you have any other personal favorite Disney characters, be heroes, princesses, villains, anything like that at all that you really enjoyed watching?
That I enjoyed watching or performing? That I enjoy watching? Both. Okay. I think I grew up as a big fan of Cinderella, so that's always really special to me. I love that film. I love all of those characters. They're amazing. Of course, I love our film. As far as getting a chance to create characters, I've had a great time. Anytime I'm in the studio, I have a great time. I'm thankful for my job opportunities, but Ariel is obviously very special, and that's my weekly one. But I had a really great time working on Thumbelina with Barry Manilow. That was really special, and getting to sing with him and have him at the piano and have me sitting next to him and creating our song, it was just magical. I grew up being a huge Barry Manilow fan, so yeah, I've had lots of neat opportunities that I'm very grateful for.
Wonderful. Would you say you're a fan-alo? Barry Fanilow.
I am a fan-alo. That's a good idea. I like that.
We just keep getting all the exclusives for you here at Comic-Con Manchester. We have only time for just a few more questions, so please raise your hand if you have any questions for Miss Jodi Benson. Because I have a question quickly while we get to you. Don't be shy. Hands up if you have a question. You mentioned Guardians of the Galaxy. Your thoughts on the Marvel Universe? Disney's now acquired Marvel, which is very exciting. Do you watch a lot of Marvel films or have any favorites?
You know, my kids are really avid Marvel people, so they kind of educate me with everything. I have seen several. I'm way behind, though, so I'd like to try to catch up. I know they're not chronological and they don't really make sense that way to me, which is always tricky. Like, how do these go in order? But yes, I have seen several of them. And then on the Disney Wish, they have an incredible restaurant, a Marvel restaurant, where you get to have this interaction with Ant-Man, and you get to be part of this adventure while you're having dinner, which is super cool. So if you get a chance, the Marvel is taken over on the Wish, which is very fun.
Yeah. Always wanted to do a Disney cruise. I hear amazing things. Final questions for Jodi Benson. Don't be shy, because we have a little finale to get to. No pressure. Any final questions for Jodi Benson? All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, we haven't done a sound check yet, so
yeah,
I
we
feel
haven't.
like I need to at least hear the track.
We're getting
Do you
thumbs
mind
up.
if I can just hear? I think I can hear that. Okay, let's try that. Sorry. Oh, that sounds good. Okay. You can go back, my friend. Thank you. Here's my phone on the floor.
Round of
with my
applause for Jodi Benson quickly before we get to this. This is so lovely of you to do this and make these memories with us. Thank you.
Let me get my stuff out of the way here, because
You didn't realize you were going to be in concert.
No, I know. I didn't know I was going to do a concert, did I? Okay. I wasn't expecting to sing here just because it's kind of like a big open area. We usually do these things in private kind of ballrooms with a bunch of little kids. So it's like, oh, I feel like we're doing a rock concert. All right, let's give it a go. Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? Look at this trove, treasures untold. How many wonders can one cavern hold? Looking around here, you think, sure, she's got everything. I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I've got who's its and what's its galore. You want thingamabobs? I got 20. But who cares? No big deal. I want more. I want to be where the people are. I wanna see 'em dancing, walking around on those, what do you call 'em? Oh, feet. Flipping your fins, you don't get too far. Legs are required for jumping, dancing, strolling along down what's that word again? Street. Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun, wandering free. Wish I could be part of that world. What would I give if I could live out of these waters? What would I pay to spend a day warm on the sand? Betcha on land they understand, but they don't reprimand their daughters. Bright young women, sick of swimming, ready to stand and ready to know what the people know. Ask 'em my questions and get some answers. What's a fire and why does it? What's the word? Burn. When's it my turn? When I love to explore that shore above, out of the sea. Wish I could be part of that Thank you. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jodi Benson. Selfie time, everybody. I'm not crying, you're crying. Thank you so much.